What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for tuning in. I am your host and founder of Southpaw's Tales on the Barstool, JD. This is my beautiful wife. She's the hot and funny one. Say hello, Caps.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. And I was trying to tell JD before we started the show, I didn't get a good look at your pants today. Sometimes I can see a vague outline of his dick, and it warms me inside. But today I didn't even get to have a chance to take a look. So, but afterwards, and you shower and get all defunct, sweatpants.
She loves the dick print in the sweatpants. Man, I was going to go somewhere different.
When he walks, It's like, hello. It's amazing. It's just a beautiful thing.
Sorry. I was going to totally talk about something completely different.
Right.
The intro where it's got the countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah.
It really, really bugs me that the 0 is not centered. It's like low. Fucks with my OCD. I have OCD. You love dick prints. That's how we work.
Yeah, I have OCD. Those nuts. I don't know.
So
I don't know.
We will be bringing our guest Hunter on here in just a minute. He's a stand-up comedian, podcaster, has various podcasts. He is actually our first non-veteran guest ever.
Yeah, awesome.
So we are not just a veteran shit show. We are a everybody shit show. We're all inclusive.
Equal opportunity shit show. That's what we are. And Mom, if you're watching, he's too young for you. Okay? Just so we're clear on that.
One more disclaimer before we move on to the drink of the night, which is going to be the Cuba Libre. This is actually pre-recorded. This is the first time we've done a pre-recorded. I got a new job at the steel mill, which makes me work ridiculous hours.
This is our second time pre-recorded, by the way. We did one the other day, but we accidentally put it live.
So if you are commenting, make sure you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook, give them permission to see your name. Yes. And we're going to go back and rewatch this later on after you've viewed it and comment on all your comments.
While you're viewing it. Tomorrow night, I will be on while you're reviewing it, and hopefully I'll be able to respond to your comments.
So even though it's tomorrow night for us, it's tonight for you watching it. So enough of that. Let's get it with our fucking drinks. We're drinking one of the most simple drinks we've ever made on this show. It's a Cuba Libre.
That is not true. We had wine.
Well, as far as mixed, it's the most simple mixed drink. We have Captain Morgan white rum. Do you want to push the little button
We have
there?
White rum. It doesn't matter the brand. They're not paying us.
Yeah, they don't pay us, but that's what we had in the house.
White or silver rum will work. It doesn't matter
what it is. You do 2 ounces of that.
His is a little liberal on mine. That's why they call it a Cuba liberal. I'm just kidding.
Nope, not on this fucking show.
Stop. We don't talk about politics on this show. I meant you're being liberal with the alcohol, yo. Like I wasn't saying that. I see you, though.
Next thing, you top it off with some cola. We're using Coke Zero because I'm trying to watch my girly figure here and get back to where my 33 waist doesn't cut holes in my waist. That didn't make any sense. Go fuck yourself.
I didn't even say anything that time.
Oh, it wasn't directed to you. It was just directed at anybody that.
Oh, so just generally go fuck yourself. Got it. See,
then you put a little lime wedge on there and you have yourself a Cuba Libre.
You're lucky you're cute because, man, the older you're crotchety.
It's earned.
You earned being crotchety?
Yes.
Okay.
Just by living as long as I have, I earned it.
Okay.
Just give me it.
Well, you have lived a very, very, very long time. I will give you that. What did you do?
I don't know.
There was dogs on the street.
There was.
What have you been searching?
So before we bring Hunter on, let's go ahead and talk about our sponsors we have here.
Do you want to go first?
All right. So
5x5 Brewing Company, Battle-born, Texas-made veteran brewing company based in Mission, Texas. Co-founded by Army vet George Rice with beers like the 40mm Stout, the Burnett Bombshell, and the Food Bar, which if y'all are checking our message board, you'll see that we actually went to a restaurant on the beach the other day and they had Food Bar. So we're like, hell yeah, representing our 5x5 people there in Mission, Texas. So now they're serving the Texas markets in the Valley and the Texas coast now, which is awesome. Love it. Coastal Band. Ask your local bar, restaurant, and grocer to start carrying 5x5. I saw you, dude. You better go to bed.
We had a brief interruption from a 6-year-old.
So you can see them at 5. What do you do it? 5x5.
5x5.
5x5brewing.com, facebook.com/5x5 brewing. Phone number is 956-445-5421. Or you can email them at info@5 5x5brewing.com. I always want to say 5x5. That's just rough.
That's just wrong.
I always do the other sponsors, and he does these sponsors, but we're
so the next
mixing it.
sponsor is the Legion of Loan Officers, founded by Air Force Security Forces veteran Nick Carpenter. The Legion of Loan Officers is America's mastermind for your mortgage professionals, where you can learn to attract 10 realtors who love working with you. You get a free copy of Nick's book, The Loan Officer Strategy Guide, at loanofficerstrategyguide.com. Just pay a small shipping and handling fee to his beautiful wife, Jessica, spelled with a K.
Love her.
You can also go to facebook.com/Legion of Loan Officers. The great thing about stuff that he does is it's not just for mortgage people. It's stuff that you can transpose into any industry, as far as making connections, networking, all that good shit. Moving on.
Awesome. I got sidetracked by all of that shit because he's so fucking professional, people, isn't he? Just boggles my mind. So our next sponsor is OMOG Construction. Marine vet Seth Knox and Matt Anders, general contractor servicing the greater Houston, Texas area with a focus on concrete. No job too big or too small, from residential to commercial and industrial foundations and pads. OMOG Construction has you covered. So you can get a hold of them at omogco.com. Modco. Facebook.com/OMOGCO or Instagram OMOGCO.
And
Love
for
it.
those of you that don't know,
It
OMOGCO.
is one Mexican, one widow, which is one Mexican, one white dude. We all know, and I get to say it for once, you bastard.
You weren't going to say it. You put the sheet
I
down.
was going to.
No,
I
you
was distracted by the lime and the coconut type of drink I got.
There's no fucking coconut.
It-
Moving on. The Veteran Talk Show, hosted by Ryan Smeltz and his raggedy toy soldiers that he
He
brings
wiped
along.
standing up.
Well, a soldier, an airman, and a Marine walk into a room. Veteran Talk Show is the punchline. Veteran Talk Show is more about the veterans on the show than the ones who watch it. An unorthodox version of therapy. They talk about things with each other that they've never told anyone else, at least until now. Working to support sexual harassment victims, assault prevention, and stopping veteran suicide. They maintain a resources page on the website, including Richard Kaufman's book, A Hero's Journey.
Hero's Journey, yes.
Come watch the organized chaos.
You would
can
know
find
that
them.
if you finished the book.
Can I get? Oh my God, we have not gone through a single one without interruptions.
I know, this is great.
VeteranTalkShow.com or Facebook.com/Veteran Talk Show. And you've seen Ryan Smeltz on the show and Richard Kaufman. So fucking rad.
Okay, I gotta say, before we move on to our last sponsor, the just using the lights up here, I don't like that. Casts a gigantic shadow. It makes my nose look huge, and I don't like it.
And those of you that are listening and not watching, you don't get to see it.
Hello. Well, yeah, I'm glad. Good for y'all. Y'all can still imagine I'm hot.
Listen, do you smell that?
Okay, next one. Our last sponsor is Pirates Coast Realty Group with Wendy Johnson. If you're buying, selling, or leasing the Texas Coastal Bend, give Wendy the Pirate Girl a call and she will find your treasure. Whether you're looking for your dream home on the beach or a buccaneer to buy your empty crow's nest, Pirates Coast Realty Group gets you the gold. So you can get a hold of them on Facebook.com/that pirate girl. You can email them at that pirate girl. What? You want to make something of it? You want to go? Stop looking at me like
Oh my God, just finish the fucking thing.
That pirate girl 247@gmail.com or on her cell phone, which is 361-205-2048. Please call during normal business hours because I want her to keep giving me her money. And if y'all are harassing her at all hours of the day and night, she's probably not going to be happy with me. So
yeah, let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
So without further ado, we're going to bring on our guest for tonight, Mr. Hunter Edwards, who is a stand-up comedian, podcaster, and other stuff in which we will talk about
he's a
later.
baby. So, Mom,
Damn.
no inappropropriate comments or I'll put a sign in your front yard.
I'm a little baby boy from the hospital, as my mom used to say.
adorable.
So welcome.
Hey,
What's
look
up?
at
Thanks for having me.
I'm really impressed with the size of your hutch. It's gorgeous.
Thanks.
It's a gorgeous hutch.
Thanks. I didn't see it on camera. I'm glad about that. People listening, you're
You
like,
know.
this looks a hutch.
I'm also impressed by your
Everybody
hutch.
knows what a China hutch is. You're
I
the
don't know
only
what China Hutch is.
because you're 18. Like
Before we got on, I think you said China Man Hutch, but that's
did I?
no.
We're not
I would
at the
never-
railroad live long day.
Oh,
I think you said
Hunter,
Red
I
Dragon
would-
Hutch. I don't know.
I would never use that word with you. You are not a man yet. You've got to get hair down there as well. So it's cute though. It's cute that you're warming up to it.
And
Good
then
for
once you get it, you have to fucking trim it all off.
Oh,
It's a
jeez.
bullshit
That sounds
cycle.
awful. I don't want to grow up.
I don't
want
wanna
to
be
continue being a Toys R Us
flossing.
kid.
Yeah, I don't want to be
wanna
flossing after mouth hugs. So yeah, it's nice if you keep it a little trimmed down there.
Dude, he just said something about being a Toys R Us kid. You know that Toys R Us is opening up again? Macy's
Yeah,
bought Toys
yeah.
R
They're
Us and
bringing
Macy's-
him back.
Yeah,
Finally.
Oh, Hunter, I know what to get you for Christmas now.
Better be something dinosaur related. But all right,
sharks. I like
Eh.
turtles.
dinosaur sharks.
So
Anything
as we
like
do with
that.
all of our guests, man, we're gonna give you 3 minutes to talk about anything that you want to plug, your businesses, your podcasts, if you have any upcoming shows, anything like that. Your 3 minutes starts right about now.
If you want to check out all my comedy stuff at YouTube, it's just Hunter Edwards Comedy. Facebook, Hunter Edwards Comedy. I do the Don't Tell My Mom podcast, the Comedian's Comedian podcast, and then I also do one called One Small Step, The Entrepreneur's Guide to Everything, where we kind of like tackle all the hard stuff about, opening a business, things like that. My business is Elfier Media. We build websites for small businesses. We do their social media marketing. We do pretty much almost everything that they need. And then a buddy of mine that co-hosts the Comedian's Comedian, he has a podcast, which is really cool, called MJ's Progress, Not Perfection. And it's all about his struggles and his guest struggles with like addiction and how they got over it. So that's really cool if you ever want to check that out. And then our Patreon is patreon.com/Don't Tell My Mom, I think, or Don't Tell My Mom podcast. I should have come more prepared. And then it's like patreon.com, like CCcast or something like that. And then if you see my photo in Wake County mugshots, that's cool too.
So do you run your podcast out of your mom's house also?
No, I have a house. I'm just here for.
I had to
I'm
ask.
house sitting. No, it's fine. That's fine.
Sure. House
I'm an
sitting.
adult. I'm not in their house, right? I'm in their basement. So
oh yeah, right. No, the carriage house, which is also known as the garage. Yeah. So it's cool.
Yeah.
So how
I'm
is
in
your
law
carriage?
building. Oh, it swings low. No, I have a house. I live with a female, my girlfriend, that she doesn't know yet.
I'm so glad you prefaced that with a female.
I live with a woman. She hasn't found out yet, but
She like lets me inside of her and everything. It's awesome.
sometimes if I don't fuck up.
Sometimes
But that
already.
means after this
Sometimes.
podcast, that means none. That means it's not going to happen.
What's her name? I'm going to talk to her about the absolute beauty that is a mouth hug. I will talk to her. We'll get on the phone.
Her name is Victoria.
We have to say mouth. Hey, if
Hold
you
on.
are watching
I
this right now,
heard
you
that.
have to say mouth hug in the comments, because last time somebody said mouth hug, they got They got zucked and
they
banned for 3
they
days.
Call it mouth hug. They called
What do
it
they call
mouth
They
hung.
called it.
They added it in. So I'm sorry. What is her name?
Her name is Victoria.
Victoria.
Like the queen or whatever the thing is.
the thing.
So her name is Queen Victoria.
Whatever. No.
Only in bed.
So no one's gonna I can't stand being in a relationship because it changed me so much. She hates it because there's like this character on The Bachelorette that calls herself Queen Victoria, and she hates it. So I just don't call her that.
Yeah, don't do that
Yeah.
then. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's probably bad. So how long have y'all been together?
We're coming up on a year in November. We're coming up on a year in November.
That's like 5 years in
In 20-year-old
20-year-olds.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not that we can say
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, and 20-year-old time, we're practically already married. So
Awesome. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you may as well just buy a house now. So
And a
do y'all
China
have a pet already? Have y'all bought a pet together?
no, we can't have a pet in our townhome, which is ridiculous. Why
Oh.
can you not have a pet? That seems stupid.
That
You
does
know,
seem stupid.
exactly.
I mean, if they don't know you have a cat in there, they really do
Yeah.
anything.
Well, I think we're
Like-
gonna have a baby first to learn how to take care of it.
Oh yeah, perfect. Great
and
idea.
then move on to having a dog or a cat.
Exactly. Because at least
Yeah.
the baby will start talking eventually and tell you how much you're fucking up. The dog can't do that. So perfect
Exactly.
idea.
I want to be able to read like the faces. Babies will scoot, dogs scoot. I want to be able to know.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to let
Baby
the
poop,
baby
shove his
mark
face
its
in it.
territory first, so
Yeah.
it could be the alpha. I mean, makes sense.
Well, if it pees, I need to shove his face in there. So,
Yeah.
I want to go.
Yeah, just throw some newspapers on the floor. Dump some Cheerios. It's good.
And then you have to buy dog food because dogs will eat diapers. In case you didn't know that.
Yeah. That's why we're gonna get rid of all trash cans. We're very green in our household, so we're gonna just get an animal to eat all the trash. It'll be fine.
Perfect. Sounds great. Yeah, it sounds like you have it all figured out at 25, Hunter. Good for you.
I'm so good at relationships. It's incredible. My dad loved me when I was young, and from then on, I just kind of took right off.
Oh, please give me your best relationship advice from a 25-year-old who's been with someone for a year.
Oh, yeah. I got to hear
this.
this.
Tell me.
And you in the comments, put your best, worst relationship advice.
Yes.
My best, worst relationship advice would be...
Oh, no, we want your best.
We want your best.
My best? Oh, God.
The people in the comments, we just want their best, worst.
Just watch all the dumb stuff that they want to watch because there's a lot of it, but it makes them happy. So, and then you get mouth bugs.
That is actually very, very insightful advice.
You don't abide by
and then
that
sometimes
advice.
You kind of like it. You know, you
I
get
have
into the
watched
drama.
The Bachelor and The Bachelorette with you.
I don't watch The Bachelor and Bachelorette. The only time I did watch it was when my sister and I watched it and you were in the oil rigs. But I do watch baking shows.
I watch.
Oh yeah, she loves that stuff. She loves like cooking shows. She's like, oh my God, they like record the kitchen, like they DVR.
And I'm sorry, but Duff is the only one that I like watching.
Which one?
Duff. That's his name, right?
Yes, his name. Yep. Yep.
He's on a bunch of shows. He's like a fat, bald, white dude.
He knows who Duff is. Everybody.
I know Guy Fieri and like the other ones. I don't know who Duff is.
Oh no.
Guy Fieri. How has that man not had a heart attack?
Duff did Charm City Cakes, and now he's been a host of a lot of things like the kids baking competition, some of the Halloween ones, the holiday baking competitions. He's in that, and
you'll see him here in a couple of months for the holidays.
Yeah. And his wife is pregnant, so good for you, Duff.
Oh, or she's just eating a lot of his cakes, and you think she's pregnant.
Well,
that could also happen.
I mean, she had an ultrasound, but it could have been cake.
It's a poo baby.
A little poo baby.
Okay, so that was actually more insightful than I anticipated. To be honest,
good on you. Sober right now, so that's all you get.
Well, good for you.
I should have made an apple cinnamon tango crotch or whatever you guys are drinking.
It's a Cuba Libre, which is rum and Coke, but close. But the fact that you wanted to go with like a cinnamon apple teeny is good for you.
He said something about crotch rot.
I'm in the season. We're kind of going into spooky season, so I wanted to make sure I had it right.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's coming up. Yes.
So what is your honest opinion of Halloween?
That's a good one.
That's cool. I mean, it's all right. I wish I could go trick or treating still, and a lot of Halloween movies suck. Like Hocus Pocus sucks.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Dude, you just drew
watch her dumb shit, man.
That's too dumb. Hocus Pocus. Here's hashtag for this episode. Fuck Hocus Pocus. This is the hill I die on. Hocus Pocus is one of the worst movies of all time.
Terrible. You're a terrible person, Hunter, and I hope you rot in hell. Moving on.
It wasn't as bad as Legend.
With Tom Cruise? Are you crazy? You know what? I don't like this.
There's a lot of bad Halloween movies. There's a lot of bad holiday movies in general. Like
I think Hocus Pocus isn't a bad movie. It just is not geared towards people with balls and wieners.
Yeah.
Or for girls, it's
decision
fine.
makers. It's not geared towards decision makers. That's what you're trying to say.
Half of their cast has. Y'all are terrible people, by the way. Just awful. Like I have no joke 4 Sanderson sisters shirts and 2 beanies that you made me, you bastard. So I don't want to hear it.
I'm good in the relationship, and I make you things that I think are dumb.
No, that's all relationships are. Just doing dumb stuff for each other. That's all.
You do dumb shit for me too. So it's
like mouth hugs, which you're not getting because you said Hocus Pocus sucked. So you just lost mouth hugs for a week. You're welcome. I hope it was worth it. Not really, but still.
It was worth it.
I lasted 5 seconds before I caved on the mouth hug. So that was good for me.
No, the reason I asked,
I'm really proud of you.
Sweat, yeah.
The reason I asked is because Halloween in our house, it is
massive.
Like we started our making new Halloween decor to add to what we already have like 2 months ago.
I'm literally like 10 feet from our closest animatronic, and we haven't even set up for Halloween yet. We're just staging and
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So if you live in or around the South Texas area and you're watching or listening, come on over Wood River Drive.
9 other actors, so please come on down.
Geez, are you guys hosting like a
We
haunted
do a
house?
full on haunt. Yeah,
Trying to get qualified as an official haunt this year. Yes.
Are you guys doing like woke haunted houses where like everyone just screams microaggressions at you, or is it more like like do you have black people walk in and you're like, don't go that way, there's the pool, and then
okay, now you got to offset it with some white stuff so we don't get canceled.
So then when white people come in, do you go like, oh, we're out of pumpkin spice lattes? There's no good white racism.
All the girls are just like Han Solo for Hall.
Oh, geez. There's a bad credit score.
I don't own a vest or knee-high boots, so there you go. But I do want to get the lace-up boots, and you were already making fun of me about that. So I feel a
because it's Han Solo season.
Like sandal boots, or they like?
No, they're like ankle boots that like just tie up and stuff. But he thinks they're ridiculous. Yeah, see, look, yeah,
it's they make women's clothes really dumb.
Look, okay, I'll be honest.
They don't even have usable pockets.
I don't.
They don't. They're just for all women's clothes are just throw pillows of clothes. They're just for show. They have no real use for anything.
I'm sorry, I've never worn anything with tassels, so I can't agree with you on that.
I don't understand why you're making fun of Macho Man Randy Savage right now, but I don't.
Oh yes, because that's the one I should.
Or the Ultimate Warrior.
No, I mean my thing is, I don't care what it makes me if it makes me a basic bitch, but yeah, if it's got pumpkin spice in it, you can probably guarantee I'm going to enjoy it.
What about hazelnut?
Fuck hazelnut. Hazelnut's like the dirty taint of spices.
Jeez. I just thought about it too. I probably shouldn't try to plug my business and then make a joke about black people not being able to swim. That probably wasn't the best idea.
No, it's fine. It was good to know you, but it was
yeah.
And for anybody and everybody watching or listening, nobody is off limits here. We're not trying to single any specific subset of humanity.
It makes me sad that you even have to say that. Like
we have to say it these days because
I make jokes.
People may think that because we have a podcast with a fucking vinyl banner that we're rich or something and sue us. And no, we're far from. I mean, we're fucking broke.
Vinyl.
We would be trailer trash.
Wealth now. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it really is.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
we would be trailer trash, but we can't afford the trailer. So don't sue me.
I say dumb shit on my podcast. Like the stuff I say, I have no idea how to edit the audio. So we just go. And if something slips out, it's like, okay, well, your career's ruined. So I apologize for that. Like my brother and I made like a, the DK rap, Donkey Kong, DK. Da, da, da.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We made a KKK version.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's good. That's a great episode. And then we gave a shout out to our one listener in Africa, and we did it in Click. Before we knew they spoke in clicks in that area, but we Googled it and they do. So it wasn't racist. So we're good.
Wow. Wow.
Shout out Mungo.
I get a little choked up with that much racism compacted in one paragraph. So give me just a second.
Jesus.
No, the Donkey Kong rap, it wasn't that it was racist. We were just making it. So there's
you were doing a spoof of it.
Yeah, it was like a Weird Al.
I got it. I mean, you're a comedian. If you don't
Jim
push
Crow,
the boundaries then what's the point,
Exactly.
That's the whole point of comedians. People, stop being offended by fucking everything. That is totally the point. And Mel Brooks is my favorite fucking director, favorite fucking producer, favorite fucking screenwriter, and half the shit he did 20 years ago, if he did it now, he'd be canceled. And that is so disappointing.
I'm surprised that people don't want his aged head on a platter right now. I'm really surprised that there hasn't been a big call for
I know, and it's so disappointing. It's like, you know what? Let's just.
If something is funny, it's funny. I don't care if it's making fun of a stereotype, and I don't care who it's geared to. It could be to me, to you, to a president, to a sports figure. If it's a funny fucking stereotype, it's a funny fucking stereotype. Laugh, get over it, press on.
I think a lot of the problem is I've done this where I've hosted shows, I've been a part of stand-up shows, and you'll go on, you can kind of read the room and people are like, okay, some people are laughing at this joke and now I can go into this. And then you have someone come up and just blatantly come out with something super racist and no one laughs. And then they're like, oh, can you believe this fucking cancel culture? And it's like, no, that just wasn't funny. Like, you just came out and practically said the N-word. That wasn't,
Oh,
no
wow.
one thought that was funny, dude.
It wasn't relatable at all, dude. You're just a racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be relatable to some degree. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, there is definite overt racism still alive. You know.
Oh, of
in
course.
certain
Yeah,
areas.
Absolutely.
of course.
Yeah. There's
people that are still racist, but like when someone goes on like the pool joke or whatever, it's obvious, it's a joke. Like I don't actually think black people can't swim. That'd be fucking stupid. But like, you know, if I came out here and I was like, oh, they dance better because of their extra, you know, whatever, then yeah, that'd be fucking racist. But
they do dance better.
they do dance better. Oh, you know why? It's because they have an extra.
I was about to say,
Just back to actually, you know why?
technically, if we're gonna go by like stereotypes, then the only reason you're making comments is because you're jealous because they're packing more than you are. So there you go.
It's true.
Oh, I am
Everybody.
admittedly the whitest white boy when it comes to trying to dance. It's like I get on a dance floor and it's like my body
It's like
has
Carlton from
replaced
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
with loosely hinged.
You wear a
4x4s.
sweater vest while you do it?
Oh, not long because I have a thing for sweater vests. No, I'm just kidding.
No, keep her away from the Cosby Show.
Too late.
Yep. And then I slip a little something into her pudding pop.
I was gonna say, catch those drinks. We should watch the replay on
Okay.
making those drinks.
Don't ever say pudding pop like that. It sounded like we did anal, and
Puddin'
it is
pop.
not our anniversary. So yeah, let's not do that.
It's almost my birthday.
It is almost your birthday.
Ooh, when's your birthday?
6/6 or 10/6. Sorry.
October 6th.
Okay, a couple months off.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Okay.
It's 10/6. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah. No. Happy early birthday. Since I'll probably be
Gracias.
canceled long before then. So.
Probably.
So will I.
Driven
Yeah.
to suicide.
So will we. This will all be over with. I'm sorry.
Oh, I
Sorry,
also
everybody.
appreciate you guys having me as your one token civilian. Person to come
This is why
on.
we don't do civilians right here.
Yeah.
It's a
I
comment
wasn't
like
trained any better, so I just come on.
that.
Don't ask, don't tell. I'm telling everybody.
So where does a lot of your stand-up material come from? Is it just kind of
Depression.
like, are you one of those like Seinfeld guys where it's shit that you see around, or is it just kind of this is really
Or
dirty?
you just have no filter and you're just passing it off as comedy. It's okay either way.
I just say really bad things and then go, that was funny, right? No, it kind of depends. Like I do sometimes I do crowd work, and sometimes like I'll like I write a lot of jokes about like my dad leaving when I was young, which everyone loves. Either kills or you get a bunch of aw, which either way it's a reaction, so that's good.
Oh, abandonment issues are always funny.
Yeah. Bad times make funny people. That's what I've always learned. If you've had a pretty
Exactly.
depressing life, you're probably hilarious.
Yeah, my dad
Um,
left for a pack of smokes. Plot twist: he never smoked.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was good. That was
Yeah.
all right. I wouldn't
It's
say
awful.
it on stage,
It
but
was
awful.
terrible. It's awful.
it's good for a podcast.
marginally,
Wow.
marginally.
Wow.
It's good for like the edited out.
We don't
So-
edit on this show. It's in there, whether
we
we
don't
like
edit.
like it or not. It's in there.
we edit for sound quality, not for content.
Nope.
Oh, okay, good.
So all your racist ass shit, it's in there.
That's fine.
Forever.
All right. The internet's
when
here.
you run for Congress one day, we're gonna bring this up.
Okay, so before I rudely interrupted,
No, you're good.
you were saying like your dad leaving you, and so it's
Yeah,
That's
it's stuff
what
like
you
that.
use
And like sometimes I'll just be driving and like think of something that could be funny. And I'll write it down, and sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. The worst is like when you say something that like you know is hilarious and like the crowd just silent, because then you're like, oh, okay, well that one kind of made me cry when I was a kid, so I thought that'd be funny now.
Oh, wow.
No, other than, I mean, observational sometimes, but yeah, I've noticed a lot of people, they like to they find things funnier when they can kind of relate to it. So
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. So like people laughing about their dad leaving also, or like their mom being crazy, making them order off the kids menu when they were still like 17, then they think they usually laugh more.
Yeah, we totally lied about our kid's age to get him into a museum for way cheaper.
yeah.
2 days ago.
yeah,
We're like,
there was
you're-
a $5 difference.
we were like, you're 12 now. He's like, Mom, I'm 19. No, I'm just kidding. He's 13, but still.
He'll
Yeah,
be
there's been
14 in a
times,
few
like-
months.
He'll be 12 until he's 19.
Yeah, there was time like I used to have to order the kids menu. Like we'd go to like Red Robin or something, and I'd have like a prepubescent mustache, and they're like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I want a Happy Fun Time burger." And they're like, and so Yeah, and my mom's like, you better say it fucking right. Don't fuck it up. So
her new stepdaddy's gonna get you.
yeah, exactly. There'd be a bunch of those, so it's fine.
Hey, what's up, guy behind you?
Yeah, I can't believe he got out of the basement.
His shirt said "Dad," so I'm
Right?
Yeah, so
you said your dad abandoned you, you lying sack of shit.
You son of a bitch! You killed our whole career.
Man, he looks so young, vibrant.
No, that's my younger brother. Apparently, the cool thing now is to like wear things that, like your dad, like a dad would wear, like with
a
fishing.
shirt that says "Dad."
New Balance,
like New
and
Balances.
Yeah. Shut up.
Or
Ankle
like
socks.
No, the almost knee-high white tube socks.
Yeah.
With the gray on the heel and the gray on the toes.
Yeah.
And then the shorty shorts like my dad used to wear.
With jean shorts.
Dad, I love you, and I know you're watching.
It's like a new thing. It's short shorts.
Your stuff would hang out of your pockets. Like the pockets would hang out the bottom of your shorts. Your shorts were so high.
I'm waiting for the elementary school coach spandex shorts to come into style.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the ones that have like
there's a lot of old
buttons
women
up
that are
front.
in their basement waiting for that too.
Dear God.
I'm like,
oh my God, I gotta watch recreation basketball.
Intramural.
Just threw up in my mouth a little. It was
gotta watch some intramural sports.
Oh my God, Little League World Series.
Wow.
Yeah, so no, that's like the cool thing to wear.
Racist
well, I can't make fun of pedophiles.
Right here.
Where's the line? Where does the line come in?
Right here on South Park.
I said something racist and you guys laugh, but I make fun of a pedophile and you guys are like, whoa, come on, Hunter. Oh. I did get banned from Twitter because I said a pedophile should kill himself. So that
I think you should get a fucking medal for that.
I agree with you. Like,
exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
Do the world a
put
favor.
a bullet in his head and he yeah, blocked.
Do the world a favor.
Did you read anything about the article? I think it was like 3 years ago. There was this guy in Alaska. He was called the Alaskan Angel of Vengeance. And he went and he found all the registered sex offenders and broke into their houses and beat them to death with hammers.
Yeah.
So we found all 3 pedophiles in Alaska.
Apparently, Alaska's the place where they go.
No, I didn't know children existed in Alaska. I thought it was just old grizzly men. And
Florida has like the highest per capita pedophiles to normal people ratio. I guess because like Disney is down there
and stuff.
All right.
They're bronzed.
Hey. I know. I think it's because
sweaty.
Maybe they have a thing for like the Mickey Mouse ears. And they're like, hey.
They look like balls. Yeah.
Yes, they're like balls. Like
so you have to enter the mind of the pedophile and be like, what
because they're like, clearly that kid.
Okay,
wait, let me make a joke. My God, man, shut the fuck up for once. No, it's like they've got these big black balls on their head, so they're like, okay, they're down to clown. Now you can talk.
Wow.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Good for you. Well, you just keep interrupting. I haven't been able to complete a complete sentence.
You haven't been able to complete a complete sentence?
Exactly.
You haven't been able to finish?
With me, she never does.
That's okay. I understand.
I'm sure I did once.
My favorite is I roll over and I'm like, is that good for you? And she's like, huh? Like,
who are you and how did you get in my apartment?
Yeah.
No, see, we have the opposite dynamic in our household where I'm just like, hey, and he's like, fine, but don't wake me. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Just don't get in my hair.
Right. Yeah. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, go get me a warm washcloth.
See a bottle of Gatorade beside the bed when you walk home. You're like, fuck.
Like
some Tylenol on top.
Babe, I forgot to pull out again.
Tums? Why is that there? Like, yeah.
My drink is fizzy now. Why is that?
Okay, so growing up,
he roofies you just so he can go to sleep instead of having sex.
Yes, thank you. He's like, this bitch again.
She's like, I don't feel so good. He's like, thank God. Oh God.
No, he bought melatonin gummies. Here, baby, have these. And like shoves them in my mouth. I'm like, I'm brushing my teeth.
I put them in a pack of the Welch's fruit gummies, so you don't even know that you're eating them.
Eating while driving, you're like,
Jeez. Right, so growing up,
I still am.
Let's say,
yeah,
let's to the point where you're beginning to think that you want to do comedy. You're obviously watching other comedians, things like that. Who is the most, in your opinion, who is the most overrated shitty comic like that everybody else loved, but you're like, fuck that guy or gal?
For a while, it was Kevin Hart. I liked him in the beginning, and then he kind of just like blew up so much, and his jokes kind of, to me, like obviously he's like a millionaire, so he's better than I am, but it seemed kind of hacky and stuff. So I was more, but also his style of comedy is not really what I liked at the time. Like I was more like Anthony Jeselnik, like Big J Okerson, kind of like the dark, dry stuff. Mitch Hedberg.
Got it.
And so
stuff.
Yeah. So the time I was like, for me, it was him. But now I'm like, it's whatever. He's kind of funny. But
I don't like Sarah Silverman. I don't like people who are just disgusting.
Amy Schumer is terrible.
Yes, yeah. Anyone who's disgusting for the sake of being disgusting, I don't think it's funny. I think they're just trying to play up the obscene thing. Like, I'm going to say the most obscene thing that comes to my mind, and that's how I'm going to make it famous. And it's like, but it's not even funny. Like you're just overt.
Yeah.
No,
we say some pretty fucked up shit just to say fucked up shit.
Who do you not like?
Who do I not like? I really liked Dane Cook at first, and then it was just his subsequent 37 specials were the exact same thing, and it was almost like he just got stuck in this.
He blew up like he just like Vicious Circle and stuff. All that came out. He was doing like Employee of the Month. He came out with music. Like that's when you know you've gone too far. Like you start making music, and then it's like
I didn't know he made music. Holy
crap! But then again, since he's kind of fallen off the face of the earth, he's starting to make a little bit of a resurgence. He, if you have the Clubhouse app, I actually listened to him live on Clubhouse one day, and I think falling from grace has really, really humbled him as far as not just being a comedian, but just as a person in general. And a lot of he was giving a lot of advice to people that were trying to break into that industry or into the podcast industry, just public speaking in general. And it was really insightful and very engaging the way that he was, the humility that he was putting across as far as being like, yeah, I fucked up here.
Fun fact about Dane Cook. He got like kicked out of an apartment because he was so disgusting. Did you know that? So like stuff, he had like trash like in a corner piled up so high and stuff, and it started like seeping through the ceiling of the person below him. So yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know probably all that hair grease that he had.
Yeah.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
They said hi, Dad. Why say it backwards? Because it's go away. It's in a reflection.
It's the right way on our side.
Yeah. He's like, why is it backwards? I'm like, because you're fucking looking in the camera.
Hey. Have you ever used a cell phone? Do you know how things work there, Dad?
Dad is the same forward it is backwards, so it's fine.
It's also that's like it's not okay.
It's a parallelogram or whatever the fuck it is.
It actually says ADHD, but I'm also dyslexic, so or ADD. Yeah, I just read my own shit. It's fine.
So apologize for that. It's supposed to be naked. So Kevin Hart was at Dane Cook just kind of blew up. Like he became way too big, way too fast. And then he just kind of like, I think he had some stuff with his brother happening, like stole from him. And then he kind of just like started going down. But he released a special a couple years ago that was actually really good. Other than that, I think I follow his page on Facebook, but
somebody that I turned her on to, I've started following him probably 4 months ago or so, is Drew Lynch. And he's a comic that doesn't have to be dirty for the sake of being there. Have you ever watched him or listened to him?
No.
Drew Lynch, when he was 20 years old, he was playing softball and
I've heard that name before.
He took a line drive to the throat and it knocked him out. He fell down. He slept with a concussion, which you're not supposed to do, and ended up giving him a bad stuttering problem.
Yeah, so you start a flu, sleep a concussion.
so yeah, but basically he started stand-up comedy as a way to kind of deal with the emotion of having a really gnarly stuttering problem. And then that was a lot of his material. And then as he became a better comic, he's kind of past that. So he doesn't use that as his crutch anymore.
No, he's going through
but
speech
he's
therapy
fucking
now.
hilarious.
He's
and
hilarious,
he is quick and he will fuck up a heckler so quick.
Yeah,
like you need to go check him out.
He calls people out in the crowd, which is very fascinating because, man, I think I'm pretty quick for the most part, but man, to call people out just on the fly like that, and he's got them in spades. Like, I'm very impressed with that. Very
Yeah,
impressed.
for a woman, you're not bad. One
Oh,
of
wow.
the
Thanks. I was gonna, it's so weird. I was thinking the same thing about you. Who knew?
if you tuck it in, you didn't tell the difference.
Would you fuck you?
I'd fuck you.
No, I'm totally kidding. I don't know why to say that, but I do. So one of the first times like I ever started doing stand up, I went to an open mic, and while I'm sitting in there, which by the way, open mics fucking suck. If you're gonna avoid them, just start sucking dick to get on stage as much as possible and get paid for it, because open mics suck. Like if you find a comedian, Harvey Weinstein, just do it. Just do it. Whatever he says.
Hold on, I can only write notes so quickly.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Go
I'll leave
on.
it in the chat real quick so everyone sees. No, but like this old guy in the front was like heckling everyone, and I had just like watched this old American Dad episode. This was years ago when I first started, and one of the jokes they said is something about like getting all the way hard to the tip. And so like I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna like fucking roast this guy. I'm gonna go and it's gonna set the whole mood off. Like I'm gonna do great because it's gonna go hilarious. So I was like, I'm gonna tell his wife, wouldn't you rather be with someone who can get hard all the way to the tip? And in my mind, I'm like, this is it. This is the move. And so I go up there and I completely fuck it up because I got nervous. And I looked at him and I was like, don't you want to touch a hard tip? And everyone's like, what? And then the rest of the bit was just awful. I completely fucked my life up after that.
Oh my God.
So know what you're going to say before you go up. But now I don't do as bad for heckling. But sometimes you get heckled and you're like, fuck, you shut me down. So.
Is it like when you have an argument with a girlfriend or something like that, where after the show's over and you're on your drive home, you're like, fuck, I should have said this.
You should have said, yeah.
I just lay in bed like this, like seriously, I'm like, damn it. Like, this should have been it.
Right.
God, I wish I had his fucking email.
That's why anytime we fight and JD's like, he's like, wants to walk away. I'm like, fine, but that gives me 10 minutes to think of shit I'm going to bring up.
No, you never let me walk away.
Yeah, you like wake him up in his sleep
like you always do.
I love
He's
it.
asleep at night. You wake him up. Yeah, well, your dick's small. Good night.
No, she doesn't wait for me to go to sleep to tell me that.
Yeah.
Come home, did the job.
We're watching Scrubs. She's like, oh. She pauses it. Babe. Your dick's small. And then she goes right back to it.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
You should know you were there.
It was I.
In between bites for dinner, she's like, by the way, everyone hates you.
Yeah. My parents asked me to leave you like the night before our wedding.
I
already know that.
No, I kept the check.
No, your dick is not small. But if you want me to tell you that to boost your ego or something, or I don't even know what
it really gets me going.
It
You
really
degrade me.
Oh, you want to see small?
Rub an ice cube on the tip just to be sure. She's not gonna know what the fuck hit her tonight.
There's something cold in my butt. Just use an ice cube and numb it up and go to town, baby. That's a good idea. Happy birthday.
So what is the time that a heckler did shut you down?
One time I was pretty I don't know if I can say this or not. I was pretty stoned by accident.
Stoned by accident.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll tell the story and then I'll tell the heckling story. So the club I went to, they make infused drinks, and in North Carolina, weed is not legal. So to me, infused is like, oh, it's like CBD. So it's like, whatever. But the drink was good, so fuck it. My girlfriend and friend were there, and they were drinking, and they don't do anything like that. And they were texting. I'm in the back, and they're texting me, and they're like, these drinks are really like making us feel weird. And I'm like, that's CBD. You guys don't smoke weed, so it probably just feels, weird to you. Well, apparently there's this new strain of CBD called Delta 8 or something, where it's like legal weed. It's considered CBD, but you can get high off of it. Huh. And that's what they infuse the drinks with. And so I'm texting them. I'm like, you guys are overreacting. Everything's fine. And I'm like, wow, my mouth is getting really dry while I'm drinking this. That's weird. And I was like, that's so weird. I only get dry mouth when I'm really high. And I stood up and I was like, okay, so I'm really high right now. So shit. I went on stage and I was trying to tell like a bit about how when my girlfriend and I argue, she waits till I'm naked when I'm most vulnerable. And then I was joking about like my penis flapping around. And this gay guy in front was like, I can't relate. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, like I said something. I was like, well, it's 2021 and you're in the front row. Look at that. And no one heard it, only him. And I was like, you fucking won. You sassy bitch. No one else heard that. Not that it was funny anyway, but I'm also stoned out of my mind. Yeah.
It's nice to know that he gave you a standing ovation, though. That was really cute.
Yeah, it sucks when you
in his pants.
Yeah, he got that. He got that. Yeah,
I know. I just had to throw that.
Thanks for
and
that.
I got it that night.
I bet you did.
It's like when you're in like when you were back in school and like you would say something funny and like one person would hear you and they say it louder and then everyone laughs at them and you're like, fuck, those were the first ever hecklers. And so now when you say something, you got to like, let me get back to it.
I live with one of those fuckheads. Like I make like just a backwards because I'm just random because I don't really have a filter, which is fine. And so I'll make a random ass comment to JD and he'll laugh, ha ha ha. And then he'll use my fucking joke later and get everybody laughing. I'm like, you piece of shit. That was
my girlfriend
my
does that.
Doesn't even give me credit for it.
Hunter, being a comedian, can attest to this. It's all about timing.
You're mother.
It is. But when you have something funny, you just want to say it.
My
like, this is gonna kill. My girlfriend does that. Like she'll hear it and she'll laugh, and no one else will, and she'll still say it. And they're like, "Oh, that was like," they'll laugh at it, and I look at her and I'm like, "I'm gonna fucking OJ murder you."
He's stealing my fucking thunder. I married a thunder stealer.
Oh, you steal my thunder too. We're thunder stealer buddies.
What a team.
Giving me the Dutch oven is not a thunder stealer, okay? That's not what it is.
No, but that's just bonus points.
Do you think all the Dutch's kitchen appliances smell like shit or just their ovens?
Let's hope.
It's no longer called a Dutch oven though. It's a COVID test. If you can smell it, you know you're good.
I'm vaccinated.
Very
and technically, nice. JD, okay, look, people, so we hadn't brought this up yet.
I'm sorry, I'm a patriot. I ain't putting that,
I'm in the medical fields and I felt like it was my duty to try to protect my community. So there you go. It was my fucking choice. It's my fucking body. Go fuck yourself, Hunter. No, so I got
someone really regrets getting vaccinated, apparently.
I got vaccinated. We had 2 of our kids test positive a few weeks back. So they had to go on quarantine for a couple of weeks, which is fun.
Oh yeah.
JD did not get it. He thinks at one point he had it, but really he thinks that he got the vaccination because we had sex.
It's an STV. It's a sexually transmitted vaccination.
They don't work that way.
Yes, it does.
Like
obviously, it does because everybody in this house had it, but me.
I treated COVID like chlamydia in high school. I think I had it at one point, but I'm not sure. So. I think I'm immune now.
Well, as long as you're not inflamed, you don't have to tell anyone. So
exactly. If I'm not showing symptoms, then it's like you're not going to get herpes. It's fine.
Same thing as coronavirus. If you don't have an outbreak currently, you don't have to tell anyone about it.
Yeah, I've been treating my mask like condoms. Like I'll put one on in front of you, but the second you turn around, I'm taking it off.
Oh my god! So we know. So now we know where the Delta variant came from. It was from you. Thank you.
Exactly. I created a new variant.
So you were really talking about knocking up Queen Victoria then. So good for you, man. Good for you.
I'm creating royalty. Little Duchess and Duchess.
It's like rattlesnakes and condoms. 2 things I don't fuck with.
Yeah. Yes. Anytime JD makes a joke with condom, I'm like, you shouldn't use words you don't know the meaning of.
Condom. That's like the nice. Place on the beach.
No, it's also not the ketchup and mustard in the refrigerator.
What is going on with your mic?
Oh, I'm scratching my mom's table, so I took it down so I don't get.
Shit!
Yeah, it's cool.
Mom's gonna whoop your ass.
I'm telling.
What's funny is that's the only thing that's done. Like during this podcast, she's gonna get mad about everything else. She's gonna be like, "That was hilarious," but don't scratch my fucking table.
Because if I tell her, maybe she'll leave me that. Maybe she'll leave that China hutch in her will if I rat you out. So.
Oh, good point. I could also hold it like an old timey wrestler.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Now you got to do the announcer thing.
Oh yeah.
This Sunday.
With the echo.
Oh, Sunday. Your countdown for your podcast made it seem like I was about to enter a fucking Mortal Kombat tournament. So I was
finish him.
Yeah, like 5. And I was like, oh my god, I should get ready.
Flawless victory.
Yeah. Liu Kang was about to come out and kick my ass.
Are you Sub-Zero or a Scorpion fan? Which side are you on there?
Ooh. I was always a Sub-Zero guy. I like Sub-Zero better. But I'd mostly use Scorpion because I would just fucking when I was
back
little, like, yeah, exactly. And then like a couple get over here's and then fight's over. So
yeah. The get over here is the best part. I do that to her all the time. Get over here.
He uses his penis and like shoots me through the stomach and pulls me in.
I hope everybody just got the visual. like a gigantic barbed penis flying from my torso into her.
That's how I get pregnant. Barbs me.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
I don't think you have COVID. I think you have something else. If you're getting that,
No, he's got the STV. He's fine.
Yeah.
I think you have two things. Two things, and they're both inches.
They're both inches.
They're both.
It's pretty accurate, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
Hunter, why is your business never taken off? I make a lot of dick jokes and sometimes racist things. That's
I know. I was like, between the racist comments and the giving blowjobs to the comedian Harvey Weinstein, like your book must be amazing. I mean,
yeah. I'm gonna have a Hulu documentary come out at some point. So.
Whatever happened with all that shit? The
You're gonna have a class action lawsuit coming out soon, dude.
They got
Calm
paid.
down now.
Money happened, and then they're like, "Oh, well, okay."
Yeah, whatever happened to that Weinstein and that Maxine, what's her face, and
ongoing case. If you're talking about the Harvey Weinstein, he's still in trial. Like he's got a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't understand what the problem. Like, why? Once like one person's found, like, if one thing is that's true, then just fucking okay.
Yeah,
be done with it.
And
there's tax dollars.
There's so many. It's so many. Well, then again, so with the Jeremy, what's his name? Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy has like dozens of women against him now, but they're only trying him for like what 3 or 5 or something like that because those are the ones
we don't have all day, guys. Pick one or two. Come on.
Well, that's the thing. These are the ones that went to the police right away. So it was okay. The other ones, like some were a couple of days later, some were like a month later, whatever, and then some came forward after this.
Well, the ones that went immediately. I mean, just looking from like a law enforcement,
it was a little more legitimate. Yeah.
Well, not just legitimate. It's easier to prove.
Yeah.
If they went in, they did the rape kit, all that stuff. It's a lot easier to prove. And unfortunately, we live in a society where the DA isn't going to take cases that they can't prove because they want the statistics.
But how about this? One of the cases who went right away, who is a part of this trial, went to the police that day, but that it was years ago. Years, and now they're taking him to trial. It's like, what the fuck? And that was the thing that kind of pissed me off. It's like, where was her fucking justice this whole time? He went and violated so many more women after her, and it was like, if they would have taken him to court then, it would have prevented a lot of this. And I was like, what the fuck?
My whole thing with Ron Jeremy though is like, sure, you have like a fucking foot-long dick, but have you seen the rest of you?
Yeah,
like how?
It's like a nice chandelier in a haunted house.
Like in the 80s.
He's a perfect circle. He's as wide as he is tall. It's amazing.
I think he only has sex with women that are really into geometry.
It honestly looks like he went to Willy Wonka's factory and ate the blueberry gum. Like it's just like it's weird.
Well, I think that like sometimes when we see like cops in movies and we're like, how can they not believe that someone's getting murdered all the time? Like it's obviously happening. I think there are people like that in the real world where they're like, you didn't get raped by Ron Jeremy. He's not raping people. And he just keeps going on raping people. And then finally they're like, okay, maybe he was raping people. Maybe Michael Myers is murdering people. I guess you're not crazy.
Yeah. My bad.
I want to see RoboCop rebooted with that whole scenario that you just described as the plot.
RoboCop doesn't believe you?
Yeah. RoboCop's like,
you were not murdered.
Murph, is that you?
RoboCop, I was raped.
Rape kit inconclusive.
Yeah.
I mean, we're pretty much living in RoboCop time because RoboCop was in Detroit where the city was paying the all the politicians were paying the crime lords.
Oh, you're getting political. That's
no,
a part of the
it's not political.
Ooh, I saw that rule. That's why I haven't said anything. I haven't hoisted up my Karl Marx t-shirt yet because I heard we weren't supposed to be political. So I'm not.
Thank you.
It's Karl Marx hanging from a tree.
I talked about being vaccinated, so there you go.
That's
apparently
that's political now.
That's a political statement now.
The cool thing is
I'm a patriot, so I don't do that. So
shut your fucking mouth. Shut your dirty, unmasked mouth, you whore.
Yeah. Fuck mask.
I don't wear a mask in public. I don't wear a mask in public. That's why I got vaccinated. I'm like, fuck you. And I take my mask off. Like,
my girlfriend hates it. She's like a scientist and stuff. So like she like wears her mask and like how to get vaccinated for work and stuff. So we'll go somewhere. Unless there's a sign that says like you have to wear a mask or you have to fight the manager, then
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not wearing a mask. And if I walk in and see one other person with that one, I'm taking it off.
Time out. If
Yes.
if there was a sign that said if you have to fight the manager, come on, admit it. You would size up the manager first.
It depends.
Like,
If I'm like at a
take
Shoney's,
him.
then yeah, I'd fight the manager. But if
him.
I'm at like a fucking Gold's Gym, I probably put the mask on. I'll probably keep it on.
Have you
Oh, not
seen
me.
the
I would go down.
employees?
I would go down in a blaze of
Have
glory.
you seen the employees at the Gold's Gym? Well, okay, our gym, we used to be a member of Planet Fitness. Okay.
Oh god! If a
they
Planet
were
Fitness
either
member told me to put
scrawny
a mask
or
on, I'm taking my penis out
well,
for no reason.
The,
What are we
the
gonna do?
employees there were not fit. They were like either morbidly
Oh,
obese or
Planet Fitness is
scrawny,
the
and we're
worst.
like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? They work at a gym? Like, all
There's-
right.
yeah. The worst is when you go to a gym, like get a personal trainer, and they're smaller than you are.
Right. Or like bigger, like very much bigger, and they're trying to tell me how to shed the pounds, and I'm like, thank you.
So can you take that drumstick out of your mouth when you're telling me about how to lose fucking weight, you fat
What is
fuck?
it? Pizza Mondays? Yeah. I'm sorry. I'll have pepperoni, but
Oh my god, there are pizza Mondays. Holy shit. Yes.
Pizza Mondays, they do
there
Bagel
is.
Tuesdays, I think.
Yes.
And they're the no judgment zone. But if you go
Oh
in there
my
in
God,
shape,
yes.
they judge you.
That
There's
is so
I was playing bar trivia the other night, and there's a quote. I forgot who it's by, but the quote is, "It's not who's going to let me, it's who's going to stop me." And now I say that every time I walk in somewhere that wants me to wear a mask, and my girlfriend fucking hates it. It's like the coolest quote
Oh,
ever.
that is my new mantra.
God, I want to
We-
get a T-shirt made that says
That
It
is
was
in the
like,
top
who
10
said
most beautiful
this?
things I've ever heard.
Yeah, it was like, who said this? It's not who's going to let me, it's who's going to stop me. And we both guessed Hitler. And that wasn't the correct answer. I forgot who it was, but it wasn't him.
So look, Hunter,
And that's not like a Hitler quote.
I gotta say, you are the most insightful teenager I've ever met in my entire life. Like, this is amazing. You're my
25's not a teenager. This is like back in high school, and like you would hit on the senior girl, and she'd be like, "You're kind of too young for me. Like you're still a baby." And then you turn 18, they're like, "Oh, you're still a baby." It's like, "Fuck you, bitch! I'm a man now. I'm supposed to be with you."
I can vote.
See, look,
Yeah.
I'm 5 foot. I still have to stomp my foot and say, I'm a grown woman. Like, it's
I'm an
terrible.
adult. My girlfriend's
I'll go
4'9",
and, like,
so it's
into
hilarious to watch her be angry.
Right? I'll go into a patient's room, like, here, I'm Kat. I'm your respiratory therapist. I'm going to be doing this for you. Like, oh, you're so cute. Are you a student? No, I'm a grown woman. No, I've
That's
been
when
an
you-
RT for.
That's when you gotta go. You gotta go. No, I'm part of Make-A-Wish. Can you sit down, please?
Oh my God, yes.
My make-a-wish was to do an IV. This is my first one. Don't move.
No, JD's make-a-wish is he wants to stab me, not anyone, but me with an EpiPen.
That is my
Oh, that's
like.
badass.
And the
I-
more he talks about it, the more my allergy is getting worse. I have an iodine allergy, and I swear to God, he
Oh,
almost had to get me the other day.
It's like sharp downward stabbing
Yeah.
motion.
He just wants
It'd be
to
worse like if it
stab
was like
me.
peanuts and he's just like flicking peanuts at you while you're like at dinner.
It's like while she's snoring, I'm just like,
Yeah, he's like putting shrimp in my smoothies.
He's like
during the
Dale Gribble
days.
from King of the Hill, pocket peanuts, and like just throws them in your face.
No,
Ah, son of a
it's-
bitch. And he like,
it's supposedly an iodine well, we thought it was an iodine allergy, and but I ate shrimp the other day and it was fine. But I made a meal the other day, and within 10 minutes, I couldn't talk. My airway
Jeez.
closed up like that, and I cooked it myself with things I'd cooked that I'd eaten before.
yeah. What it was like mushroom, squash, bell peppers, sausage.
yeah, onions, garlic, like nothing I had
Yeah,
not.
just normal shit.
Yeah, I was like
Jeez.
meal prepping, and yeah, nothing I hadn't had before. The same meal I had prepped the same meal prior, never had a problem. My airway closed up within 10 minutes to the point where I open up the door. I go, I think I'm having an allergic reaction, and JD's like, oh shit.
I'm like,
it could have been
Benadryl.
worse.
I made her like chew Benadryl like M&M's. I'm like,
And
eat
he
this.
and I kept like itching, and he's like, "Do you have hives?" I was like, "No, I don't develop hives." And I lift up my shirt. I am like red everywhere, all over my body.
It
It
could've
Looked like,
been worse.
she,
He
looked like
could've
she
been
got
like-
a fight with an octopus.
was awesome.
He could have been one of those movie cops, and he's like, "No, you don't have it. You're fine. You're able to talk."
Prove it. Prove it.
that in the biz is what we call a callback.
There you go.
Yeah, prove it.
And there's scene. No.
Tell
Yeah,
me
so
where the iodine hurt you.
I don't have any allergies, but like as I've gotten older, I get really bad heartburn, so I take Tums.
Older.
Older. I take Tums like they delivered the adrenaline shot in Pulp Fiction. I have to do it that violently to myself because I'll die from heartburn.
Oh yeah, I have upstairs Tums and downstairs Tums, so I don't have to go
Smart.
from one to the other to get it because it's like I have to eat them
but
daily.
baby, you have this problem and you're like 50. He has this problem. He's 20.
25.
Just like he said, go fuck yourself.
Oh, did he tell me to go fuck
Hey,
myself?
go tell her to go
not
fuck
in front
yourself.
of you. Not in front of you. Huh?
Oh.
That'd be so rude. Go fuck yourself. That'd be so rude to.
I think it's more rude to say behind my back, honestly. Isn't that weird?
You're right. I wouldn't say behind your back. I'd say right in your face without a mask.
Would you be like
coughing in your general direction?
Yeah. I actually can't wear a mask. I have a really bad disease which allows me to not breathe. Like if I'm constricted.
Don't give a fuck-itis?
No, it's COVID. So I can't wear a mask when I go out.
I want to make a mask out of a Walmart bag.
Just a plastic bag.
Oh, speaking of which, we had to bring it up. Apparently, our girlfriend started making like mugs and stuff, and she made us coffee mugs. And the best part about it is I said, you know what? I've always had this dream of having a coffee mug, and I sip it, and on the bottom, it's like the go fuck you symbol. She's going to put it on there. I'm so excited.
That's awesome.
So hopefully...
She's doing that to mine too, right?
I didn't ask. I don't give a fuck what she does to your coffee mug.
I mean, I kind of give a fuck what she does to my coffee mug.
She wipes her ass with it. You don't care. You're not going to wash it anyway.
Like pubes at the bottom of it, and you don't realize it until you're done.
You season a coffee mug. You don't fucking wash it.
Oh my God.
You rinse it out occasionally, but you season your coffee mug.
You are going to die way before me. Way before me.
Oh yeah, but it's gonna be for something stupid, not like coffee.
No, JD wanted to we needed to paint up the stairs, and he was like, "Oh, well, I've got a ladder. What I can do is just pile books under the side of one side of the ladder." And I was like, "Oh dear God, no! He's going to die."
Yeah, men just do dumb shit. That's why we die. They're like, "Oh, you know, men die sooner than women." Yeah, because we do dumb shit. Like scars are.
Why do you think accidental death insurance is so fucking expensive for men?
Oh my God.
We have done dumb shit since we were children because we do it for women. You know, pain is temporary, glory is forever. If I can do a backflip on a tricycle in front of a girl, I'm going to do it. Even if I can't do it, I'm going to try.
I can't remember if it was 3rd or 4th grade, but this is they had just the regular monkey bars where it's like square.
Yeah.
And they're made out of like steel pipe, whatever. And I climbed and stood on top of it, and I'd been doing front flips off the top of it and landing.
Badass, completely.
And then the little girl that I had the crush on at the time was watching, and I tried a little too hard, and I
Yeah, you can't hesitate. You just got to do it. You just got to go for it.
I went extra. Like I didn't just flip once. I did like a flip and a half, and ended up landing on my nugget, and then crying like a little bitch for far too long.
And that's where I came in. I heard you crying like a little bitch, and I love it.
And then I went to work the next
nuggets
day.
Too?
Wait, you just said little girl.
I know it was a joke.
That's how we met. This is how we met.
The pedophilia callback to pedophilia there.
Yep. Call back to the callback.
These listeners are getting real.
That's why it's not funny.
Comedy.
That's why it's not funny. Anytime he brings it up, I'm like, that was our first date.
Like she had just graduated high school when we met, and I'd already done a full tour in the service.
Actually, when we first met, I was still in high school.
Oh yeah, and I told you to call me back when you were 18.
You told me to call you when I was 18, and then we met when I was 18. And then he started banging me when I was 18.
Yep, I waited until you're legal.
We should we should check on this. Because
I'm a gentleman.
We should check this. We should double check. Man, were you groomed this entire time? Is that what this is happening?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. No, of course not. No, women that are groomed don't.
So you give me far too much credit if you think that I can groom anybody for any purpose.
Actually, no.
That seems like a lot of work too. To do that.
What he did was he had me sit on his lap. He had me call him daddy. He gave me rewards for doing little sexual favors, but no, I was not groomed.
No.
Thank you for your concern.
No, everything sounds good and healthy. That sounds fine. That sounds all right.
Well, there was a reward system based on candy, so it's not money, so it's technically okay.
Yeah. I hate how pedophiles have ruined candy. Like, if you try to offer someone candy, like, are you gonna rape me? Like,
They also ruined vans. Like, they ruined good 80s vans. Like a good
all
cargo
I'm gonna
van.
do is drive around in a neighborhood with a windowless van, hand out candy like any normal human being would. But I can't because there's perverts out there.
And then give them a ride home because you're a good guy.
Exactly.
It was hot
They're too full
outside.
from the candy. They can't walk home. Too many M&Ms.
Well, the sugar dehydrates you.
They melt in their mouth. Not.
Oh yeah, I get the M&Ms with the peanuts in there so I can get that nut beforehand.
Again, they melt in their mouth. Okay. Sorry, even that was bad for me.
I need to reset real quick.
What's should do another sponsor read before we move forward? Should we do more sponsors?
And brought to you by 555.
Brought to you by M&M's.
Yeah, M&M's, the candy that goes really well. The candy that's hard to dig out of the bottom of your pocket unless you have small hands. M&M's.
Oh my god! And brought to you by the Infinity Star.
Chevy, doors that can't be opened from the inside.
Now and later's hard now, just like you, but soft. Hopefully later.
Crybaby, not just the candy.
Oh my god!
Very nice.
Oh,
Chocolate starfish. Google it.
Too far. I just threw up from my pants from my ass. It was not good.
Oh.
My vagina literally inverted. Like, no, not today, Jesus.
Does that mean your vagina went outwards?
No.
It turned into a wiener?
I don't know how vaginas work. I really
Like, how would it invert?
Oh, I'm really good at stick figures. You want me to draw a stick figure?
Yeah.
No.
A stick figure vagina?
Boom, boom. Draw it.
Awesome. Oh my
It's a rule we
God.
have. If somebody says they're going to draw something, they have to, and then they have to hold it up to the camera.
Okay.
Can you
Look, I
point
only
to the
do stick
clitoris so I
figures.
know where it is?
So a vagina looks like, okay, like this. Okay, but then it goes to like this. And it's like, okay, the inverted like
You
this.
sound like a kid that's
You see
never
what I
seen a
mean?
vagina trying to describe a vagina. You're like, okay, so the balls go here, and
Hold on, I'm gonna have to show everybody.
Girls have balls, but they're on the
So you
inside.
get it?
yeah,
It's like
goes to have both.
like the
I'm watching a wife show her husband a vagina on camera. Out
I
of
know, you
context. What the fuck is that?
Okay. She couldn't hear you because
Oh,
she didn't have the
sorry.
headphones on, but he said, quote, "What the fuck was that?"
it's like
End
okay,
quote.
like you know, you put the what do you call it, the
Vulva?
no, like on a sentence.
The labia
Good.
minor?
Way to sound smart. I love saying body part. The kneecap? Is that where
the
hypotenuse?
like in a no, not the hypo, like in a sentence, you know, like where
Parentheses?
comma.
these,
period.
Okay, these are not parentheses.
That's what I
So
said.
a
Parentheses.
vagina is like parentheses.
Don't be stupid. It's parentheses.
And then when it's inverted because you're disgusted, they go inverted.
Oh,
I'm
like Top Gun. You want to
yes,
get inverted.
Thank you. Yes, and that's the picture I was drawing. The hypotheses inverted. Okay.
Put your parentheses away, woman.
You're a married woman. I
I'm
don't wanna see
always
your
trying to
parentheses
show
on
my
screen like this.
parentheses to random people, and JD's like, "Sorry, she's really proud of her parentheses."
She's been
I'm
drinking some.
totally calling your badge the parentheses from now on.
It's okay.
Let me interject your sentence.
That's okay. I call yours Mr.
Let me put my punctuation in your parenthesis.
It's okay.
This is
I
called
call-
a compound sentence.
I call yours the less hairy snuffleupagus, so it's okay. So there you go.
I
Oh,
have
because
no
it's
clue.
also imaginary. That's cute.
Because it's got a little trunk. It's adorable.
And big eyelashes and it helps me sing a song.
He does. He blinks and he talks to me.
You guys must also be drinking the infused drinks from the other night.
I can't. I get randoms at work. I don't work for myself anymore. I actually get drug tested. This is bullshit.
I don't, and I got promoted. So there you go.
Oh my god!
They promoted me.
Promoted a
Do
child.
they know what the fuck they did?
I know.
Did they see your drawing of vagina before you were
No,
hired as a doctor?
I actually work at a Christian hospital.
When you drew the vagina, you should have put like a censor block over it. This is what it is.
Oh yeah, but I blurred it out.
Yeah.
out. Nope, I didn't blur it.
Or have draw
Parentheses.
little pixels on there so it looks all pixelated.
I can't do that.
This
I
is
only
my
draw
anime
stick
vagina.
figures. You know what's sad is my person. I didn't even draw hair. Like we don't even know it's a woman. It could be a guy,
Hey,
and he got
hey.
inverted.
Hey, whoa!
How
whoa,
dare you
2021.
assume it's gender?
I
Yeah.
drew its vagina.
Hey, just because
Did
it has
you
a
not see
vagina.
the parentheses.
Microaggression.
Yeah,
in
just
the
because it has a
haunted house.
vagina does not mean it's a woman.
Oh, so no, it can't even be a woman? Women's rights. You're fighting women's rights now.
But it could be a man with a vagina because that's how things
Bruce
work.
Jenner showed us all that even men are being better at women than women are.
Are they? Did he?
He ran over someone after becoming a woman. So
did he?
He did.
Did he?
Or what about that MMA fighter, that trans MMA fighter? And what the most hilarious part is he got fucking just destroyed. And then
my favorite thing.
And then like all these other MMA fighters were coming out saying like it's unfair for him or her. It's unfair for her to compete with the females because it was biologically male for so many years, and then just had hormone treatments, but they still had the physique and all that shit. So it's like, it's unfair. And then so he retorted with, she retorted with,
thank you.
Well, for the first round,
shut up! Don't act like you're
the first round obviously went to her and to its opponent, and I'm like, so you lost.
Microaggression, calling you out. I'm almost a millennial, so I have to call out older people for microaggression.
Almost.
I'm not old enough to be a millennial.
What are they now?
Yeah, technically, I'm
I'm technically 95, so I think I'm technically like a Gen Z.
Yeah,
Z?
but I'm technically a millennial, but I'm one of those that's not like pretentious or butt hurt by like anything. Literally, I had a doctor at the hospital the other day say he made a filthy comment that had a cuss word in it. Oh yeah, but away in a hospital setting, if it's the ER and someone's coding and they don't even know what you're saying, not a big deal.
Yeah, fuck. When
the patient's right there, it's a little different. He goes, sorry. And then later he goes, yeah, if I offended you, I apologize. I go, if you offended me, we'd have to like have balloons raining down from the ceiling because that would be very fucking impressive. I was like, it is so hard to offend me. It really is. Like we literally had a baby born like this part of its head first, and it came out all swollen. And I go, no, not the eye. It was this part of the forehead, but it swelled the eye. It swelled this whole entire part of their head. So I said, oh my God, it's Sloth from the Goonies.
Like, what? What the fuck did that? What'd she say? Beautiful baby boy.
And I said it quietly, and the doctor laughed and goes, "Here you guys!" And the mom literally like shot up and goes, "What?" And I was like, "Oh shit!"
That would definitely be me if I was a doctor. Like while I'm still pulling it out, I'd be like, "Hey, test out." Hey, you guys. What's happening? Nothing. It's beautiful. It's coming out perfectly. Just keep putting gorgeous woman. Gorgeous.
If I was a doctor, I'd wait for the head for the head to like halfway crown, and I'd be like muttering under my breath, just loud enough for her to hear. Oh, that's never going back.
I would just be like, don't drop it. So
speaking of like,
no, don't drop it again.
This generation. So we had a woman who was a lesbian, and her lover was by her side, who was giving birth, and she didn't want anything, didn't want pain killers, nothing, but of course was mad at us because we wouldn't give it to her, even though she declined it. So she delivers, doesn't know the gender, doesn't want the gender announced. So the baby is born, and she looks at it and she said, it has male parts. And I was like, so it's a boy. And the doctor looks at me and shakes their head like, don't say it. And I was like, okay. She's like, it has male parts that it can choose to keep or not. And I was like, oh wow, a baby that was just born. And she literally said, it has male parts that it can choose to keep or not. And I was like, no, holy shit. And I was like, this is Texas. Holy fuck.
Oh, wow. I don't care if you're over 18.
And my stomach,
make that decision.
And my stomach went, no. And I was like, and the doctor looks at me like, don't. And I was like, all right.
Don't tell me not to do something.
You should have been like, look at the balls on that one.
But my
testicles on that one.
But JD, like literally, he knows. My face gives me away. So I'm sitting there like, are you fucking kidding me? And the doctor's like, turn and face away from the mom. Because I was sitting there like, this bitch is fucking crazy. Like, male parts it can choose to. Oh,
that baby has the biggest wang I've ever seen, lady.
Whoa, your baby's dick is huge. And he started flicking it. Look at it. It's like a grown man wiener.
That's not inverted.
Just hold it up. I knew it was cold in here, but this is ridiculous. Please stop flicking my baby's penis. Like, oh, so you're a minute. You're a minute. Yeah,
well, in my defense, he might not keep it, so I can just play with it all I want to.
Yeah, so
I might keep it.
We can't tell the kids anymore to quit grabbing their wiener that'll fall off, because some kids being raised the way they are might fucking yank on it more.
Right.
Don't play with your penis. It could fall off. That's what I want. Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Play away, my son.
New strategy.
Play away.
Yeah,
you enjoy it while you have it still. Play away.
You have to go back to the being blind. You know, you walk into a room, your dad says, hey, if you keep touching yourself, you're going to go blind. You got to go, Dad, I'm over here.
Dad, I'm over here.
Yeah. It's a good Willie Nelson joke.
Yeah.
But
it's my favorite. Are you kidding? I've been stealing that shit for years, man. Get on the gravy train. Come on.
Willie Nelson's great with the one-liners. He needs to do just like a full-on, like 90-minute feature film with nothing but one-liners.
Did you do an HBO special?
I heard it before Willie Nelson. It was Gilbert Gottfried that I heard tell that joke years before Willie Nelson did it.
Yeah, I heard it in the what's the movie Beer Fest?
No, before that, Gilbert Gottfried. Before that, yeah, that's why I said, yeah, I heard Willie Nelson say it, but by then I already knew it because I heard Gilbert Gottfried do it when I was a child.
Yeah,
and I thought it was hilarious even then.
Gilbert Gottfried is actually, outside of his annoying fucking voice, which is more a shtick than anything.
Yeah,
he's actually it's fucking funny comic.
Oh, he's hilarious. Yeah, once you get past that, it's pretty funny.
But not the worst voice. I will tell you this, because I will tell you, in the bedroom when JD does Pee Wee Herman, my vagina goes inverted.
When you come, you go.
Because there's one time. Hey, Jerry.
No, don't like
I finished.
No.
La la la. Connect the dots.
Today's word of the day is orgasm. Did you finish? Did you finish?
Don't like it. I love your vagina. Why don't you marry it? Okay, I had to. Sorry. No, I'm fine.
So who is the most overrated
noise? Like,
yes, and it blinks like the couch.
Oh, I do that with my girlfriend's butt. It's hilarious. Like when she's angry at me, she's like rolled over. I don't know why I'm saying this. She's gonna be so mad.
Oh, please.
I grab the butt cheek, be like, Hunter. And then she starts laughing, and so she makes me give it like accents and stuff and said. But I'm like, no, you're angry, so your butt's angry, and I'm like, Hunter, feed me penis. So it usually calms her down after that. But
Katie does that with his own belly button, and that's fun enough.
That's always fun too. Yeah.
And he's used my under boob. He's never used my butt cheeks or my butt before, but he's done it with my under boob, which is fun.
It's fun when they're angry because they roll over because they don't want to look at you. So you only have the butt to deal with.
See, JD sees it as if I laugh, I have forgiven him. Yeah. You know how hard that is?
Is that not how it works?
No.
You could do your Pee Wee Herman gimmick with her butt. Be like, oh, butt, what's the word of the day? It's bedtime or something.
Don't you dare.
Did you stall for a second?
No, it's I'm done. So then I'm like, I'm done. And he's like,
ah! She came.
She said the
Yeah. And she just have like neighbors come in.
So I need to take a moment and apologize to the guys that are going to work on this in post. Again, you deal with this shit week in and week out.
Production crew, we love you.
Thank you. I truly appreciate you're doing God's work.
You tell me that every time I give a mouth hug, he tells me that you're doing God's work, and I'm like, am I? Oh no, it's more like, am I?
It didn't come through.
It didn't, and then I just swallowed it. So I can't even do it again.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can go again.
Next time you should do like the Triple H thing.
You're like 50.
Next time you do Triple H, whenever he does a Pee Wee Herman, you give a mouth hug. Just like spit it back up in the air like Triple H, and then and then you've won. No one's doing a Pee Wee Herman with the spit all like that all over their face.
Oh, can I tell Chris's story?
Which one?
Chris Baker because he got the vasectomy. Can I tell it? Do you think he'd be offended?
No, because
Okay,
we need to have him up on one night so he
yeah,
can tell it.
yeah, it's his fault. So
It's his
Chris,
fault for
our
getting a
friend
vasectomy.
Chris, got a vasectomy. So you're not allowed to like masturbate for like weeks or whatever following it. And then he had, and get this, he had complications. They had to go back in. So he
What's
had to go. They couldn't do the vasectomy. They had to actually cut him open and like pull it out. And we don't want to talk about it. Anyway.
Oh my God, they gave him a D section?
So they had to, they inverted it. So he had to go like, over a long time without masturbating, without coming at all. So when he did, it was so volatile that it like, and it like shot the headboard. He had to like move his head out of the way and like shot the headboard behind
like
him.
some straight up Matrix shit.
Yes, like, and it was like,
slow down. He's just like this.
So anytime JD's like, hey, it's been a while, I'm like, oh my God, it's going to hurt. It's going to be pew, and I'm going to have to like dodge it. And
I've had a good run.
Look, if that's how I died, no, I died happy. Okay.
Yeah, but can you imagine that as it shoots your skull in the back, you hear, ah! You die.
That was the word of the day.
He's doing a Pee Wee Herman impression while you're bleeding out. Oh my God! It's so frightening. You can't turn it off.
Look, I can't die first.
The kids are in the room screaming, and I'm on the phone with 911. I'm trying to use the phone.
Like, you could be so traumatized that you're just stuck in Pee Wee Herman, which would be the funniest thing ever because it's also like.
Look, we all know I can't die first. I can't die first because this guy would be raising our 3 boys by himself. Like, all I imagine is a frat house. They're all living in underwear. It stinks. It's like
all
corn chips, an asshole. Yeah, no, they're bad enough with the time they spend with their dad. I can't have them.
Half-floated kegs strewn throughout the downstairs.
Exactly. I can't know.
If you ever want to fix
that
problem,
they go to Mexico every other weekend. Like, we can't have that.
A better way to fix that problem with less commitment is just do the same thing my dad did and leave. And that
so
that's
smart.
a lot easier.
So smart. Thanks. Like
less commitment.
And see, your dad's just paying it forward year after year.
He's doing a great job. He's the world's greatest hide and seek player. What can I say?
Yeah. But look how many lessons he's teaching all of us,
Yeah, the last time I saw him was my birthday. He said if we blow the candles out together, we both make a wish, it'll come true. And we were both into superheroes. So I made a wish that I'd be really fast, and he made a wish he'd be invisible. Well, I'm really slow, and he's gone. So I think only his came true. So
everybody knows that candles are only good for one wish. That's bullshit.
Yeah, that motherfucker blew it before I did.
You're the dummy. I mean, you were 18 at the time last year, and
you should have known what you were getting into.
Better.
I like how this entire podcast you've called me 18, 20, a teenager, and then you've gone like through the entire thing. You're like, he's 7, dude. Come on, you don't know what he's fucking talking about.
Well, yeah, that's right. I mean, you do want dinosaurs for Christmas. So
I fucking love dinosaurs. Love dinosaurs. Let it be known.
Exactly.
All right.
What's wrong with liking dinosaurs?
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be and why?
Oh man, I would either be Stegosaurus because they have the cool bones on their tail, or like one of those Ankylosauruses because they have like the hard back shell thing, or T-Rex because fuck shit up.
But then you couldn't jerk off because T-Rex had really tiny arms.
Triceratops. It's my favorite dinosaur, and they will horn the shit out of you, and maybe I'd be able to penetrate someone else for once. I'm fine.
I want to be one of those. I want to be one of those neck flailing slime spitters.
The Dilophosaurus. That's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like.
Just
it.
Okay, relax with the name dropping over here. Oh, the Dilophosaurus, dumbass.
You uneducated swine.
Yeah, welcome to the Jurassic Park part of the fucking podcast.
I am big on dinosaurs. So there you
go. No, you've just seen Jurassic Park.
Make fun of me for all fucking these dinosaurs.
Or that. Or I have 3 boys and I read those books all the damn time.
Oh, yeah. We do read the dinosaur books quite a bit. And
what sucks is they change so much stuff about, like, the more I learn about dinosaurs, the less cool they are. Like, now you learn that they weren't like lizards. They were like birds pretty much. They're all feathery and other bullshit.
They don't know that for real.
Yeah, they didn't know what's in the vaccine either. # no vaccines. So hashtag
me again. Medical
hashtag my
professional.
vaccine mandates called the Declaration of Independence 1776. So,
Are you sure you're not a veteran?
no, I'm not. I've had a lot of veteran family members, so that's all. That's it.
Was it your dad? Because never mind, you wouldn't have learned anything from him.
Well, he is MIA.
He's on military leave without the military. So,
okay, that was terrible. But cheers, that was good.
It was
good,
great.
good
It was
effort, guys. It was-
I finally said something
For
funny.
people who had dads that were present, as we cheers.
Hey, thanks for being butted that joke. I really appreciate it.
oh, I don't give a shit. That's what I
you
tell
know
people.
what?
I'm like, I don't care what you say. I'm gonna find something funny in it.
If you need someone to be a father figure who's old enough to be your dad, my husband could totally fill in.
Actually,
too.
let's see. Yeah.
Yes, you
I'm
could
having
be.
my 25th high school reunion next
No,
year. Yeah.
and from when you had started having sex, you could have a child his age.
Yeah, I really could.
Yeah, you could. That's the whole
I could
point.
be your dad.
He could be
Do you
your
know
dad.
when my birthday is?
Um,
You're already doing a good job. So it's fine. You're already doing a lot better than the last guy, so it's fine.
Boom.
it's on a Wednesday.
It was the 6th of.
Yeah, it was the 6th. We just had one 12 months ago, I think. So
Oh, it was within the past year.
Yeah.
It was,
you're correct. And you got
Every year.
and you turned 25, so we're already one step ahead of your own father. So there you go.
So yeah, 95. I was sophomore, I think, maybe junior, sophomore.
Oh yeah,
around there.
Oh,
I could have been your really just difficult discussion to have kid for sure.
right.
Mom,
Sophomore.
dad.
Look,
Grandma,
we've been together
Grandpa.
18 years. I have always expected a knock at that door and someone being like, I'm a grown ass person and you're my father. Totally expected.
I'm a grown ass
No.
person.
Okay, so I was
They
living
better be. We've been together 18 fucking years.
when I got out of the military. I moved in, shared an apartment with my brother,
Mhm.
and we did
Had a kid.
prank wars.
Oh, yeah.
And prank wars started with simple things, as far as like wrapping somebody's car with saran wrap or Vaseline under the door handles. Graduated to like putting Jolly Ranchers and Kool-Aid in the shower head, which if you haven't tried it on somebody,
he
it's
poked
fucking
holes
great.
in all of our condoms. Oh, that rascal.
Yeah. I
ended
injected
up
him with the
putting
herpes
gold-
virus.
my-
You know, it's fucking, just fucking random
My-
boys.
my
Boys
brother
being
had
boys.
my-
Little bastard.
my brother had a waterbed, so I put a bunch of goldfish underneath the waterbed
Oh my
mattress and the
gosh.
heater, and then he won.
Wait,
hands
your
down.
brother had a waterbed?
Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Is your brother? Never mind. Was your brother ever in porn?
probably.
No. His jeans are way too tight to.
Oh yeah, he wore the
substantiate having a
super
penis.
redneck tight Wranglers.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, little Tinas. God, waterbeds are hilarious. I had a friend that had his parents had a waterbed, and it was like, ugh, this is weird.
It's the motion of the ocean.
But
I don't think you
He-
can fuck on a waterbed. Like, I don't think it's like.
I fucked on a waterbed.
We fucked on a waterbed. We fucked
I don't
on
think you
it.
have good sex on a waterbed.
That
So-
waterbed.
It's like you.
Oh
swallow-
yeah.
The
Oh,
bigger
here's a
the
prank,
waves,
bud.
the more like success you feel. Like, hey, category 5, high five.
But to jump back to what
Left me hanging. Okay, there.
to jump back to what Randy did. Randy had
Anything was Randy,
that was my brother's name. Yeah,
and he had a waterbed,
Yeah.
and he
and-
wore tight jeans.
yeah. But he
Okay.
had friends that
Your
were
brother's gay.
lawyers and
Uh-huh.
sheriffs and other things like that. So I get a knock on the apartment door one day, and I open the door, and it's a lawyer and a sheriff and this big dossier full of paperwork saying that there was somebody coming to me for back child support. And this went on. I was taken in to the lawyer's office to do a deposition. I
Is
was
this had nothing
sworn,
better to do than this?
I was sworn under oath. I'm like, I have no fucking clue who this person is. And they had all kinds of
God.
like,
Mhm.
and this shit,
Yep.
my parents were involved in this,
Yep.
like everybody. And this went on for like 2 or 3 weeks before they finally said that it was a big fucking joke. I'm like, I quit.
no
I can-
more.
At no point in
So
my life,
anytime-
I would
Can
have
I
gotten
ever
money out
top
of you. I
that?
would have had you pay like 6 months at least, and then finally be like, "Oh, by the way, that was a joke, but thanks for paying rent for the past fucking 6 months."
Right? So anytime anyone was like, ooh, prank wars, we're like, don't
No.
you fucking dare. Never again.
We'll murder
Never
you.
again.
This
Never
prank will
again.
end in death.
it was, yeah, that was,
That was intense.
That's great,
that
though.
was before I was with you, but I was friends with Randy already.
No, we were barely dating.
We were banging, but we weren't like together.
Yeah.
together.
We were
you guys
fucking.
are just, fucking around.
Yeah,
Serious
so I
facts
was,
of benefits.
I was Randy's friend who happened to be banging his brother. That's what I was. That was my.
Oh, that
title.
sucks for him.
I had a T-shirt. Shut up!
You had a T-shirt. I had a T-shirt.
I had a T-shirt that said "I'm banging your brother." Go fuck.
It was a white T-shirt written in Sharpie.
Oh my God.
Well, actually, it was written on my tits in Sharpie that JD wrote, and I wore a white shirt over it just to rub it in for his brother that I wasn't banging him.
Jeez.
I won.
Yeah, if I was your brother, I would definitely do some shit like that. Like, oh, you should probably, if I don't do this, I'm going to cut your brakes to your car afterwards. So if this doesn't work, I know what I'm doing next.
Look, to be fair, I made sure to bang everybody but JD's brother just to make it like an equal opportunity.
She did.
I did not. You're such a liar. I'm just playing.
I'm just messing, but your mom hasn't called me back yet.
Just a few. Just a few. The reason I say this is because my parents are going to be watching this tomorrow night, and they're going
Which
to
is
be
tonight when you're watching.
so proud of me.
Hi, Dan. Hi, Karen.
So proud of their little girl. So proud.
Randy's watching this like.
Randy's dead.
Yeah, Randy died.
Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
thanks
something,
for bringing that up. I
Way
really
to go,
appreciate it.
Hunter.
Well, I'm glad you don't have to deal with this anymore. That's good.
Yay! The wars are over and JD won because he
You didn't win that battle, but you won the war. Oh, jeez.
Thanks, Hunter.
If I knew you guys better, I'd make some more jokes, but I'll just leave that.
I'm
I
actually kind
apologize.
of really glad that I'm at a point where I can laugh. And
yeah, because you know what? He wouldn't want us. He really wouldn't. I know a lot of people say that. Oh, they're dead. They'd want you to move on. No, this was Randy. He was
Randy.
He was an asshole.
He was
and
an
he
asshole.
was fucking hilarious. And he wouldn't want people mourning. He would want people like saying,
Yeah.
fuck that guy. But man, we had some good times, which we did.
Oh, yeah. I get that. My funeral, I wanted to be a roast. I don't want anyone crying. I want everyone to go up there and just make fun and make jokes. But I do apologize. I didn't know he was dead, so I'm sorry.
No, it's
okay.
fine. I want somebody to play Pop Goes the Weasel at my funeral.
Yeah.
I want Whoa Black Betty to keep playing over and over again, and the last person to finally leave gets my stuff.
Man, I have so many jokes right now, Hunter, and I'm trying to hold it together because I don't want to like hurt your feelings. But
Please do.
Is it because no one's gonna come? That's
if you died and we're at your funeral and we're roasting you, I'd be like, it's okay to leave his body. His dad did that a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't even say if you make like a tree and leave. I go, make it like my dad and get the fuck out of here. No,
Yeah,
you're fine.
don't
I promise
think
you.
twice about me ever again. Like
I swear, nothing you say is gonna offend me. I'm not gonna get upset. I don't
Challenge
care.
accepted.
Yeah, I'm serious. Shit does not bother me. Like I don't give a shit, and it pisses people off. I'm like,
No, we're the same way, honestly. Like there's times where I act offended, like because I'm like,
yeah.
I gotta put my foot down, fuckheads, and then I'm like, but anyway.
I'll draw the line at certain things just because, like, all right, dude, that's just getting wrong. But
Well, there's way you can definitely take it
Personal.
too far, and it'd be like, okay, now it's not even like funny. You're just like being an asshole. Like, but for the most part, I'm like, I don't like if you say something offensive. Like, what am I gonna do? Be mad about it? What we're gonna do? Fight? Like, and then what? Like, what's gonna happen after that? Like whatever. I'll laugh about it. I don't give a shit.
we'll do what
But-
all dudes do after you fight. You become best
Yes.
friends and drink.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe I should start fighting people more often. I have more friends. But no, I don't care. I do try to be more respectful. I do say like a lot of dumb shit. Obviously, like the beginning of the episode, those were all jokes. But I do try to be respectful to some people. But if I know you can take a joke, I'm gonna say whatever. Like I'm gonna say it. If I know you can take it.
Some people.
What do you mean, you
Jews.
people?
Racist.
Judaism is
No.
a race.
I am not allowed to make jokes about that. I
About
have
Jewish people?
She had family on the walls of Auschwitz,
You don't know that.
not in
Were
the
they-
walls, standing on top of.
You don't know that.
Oh,
You
shooting
don't
them.
know that for
Oh.
sure.
Like I'm
We
pretty
don't-
sure they were standing right over there or over there.
That
Oh.
is not true.
Now
He
the
does not
vaccines
know
start
that
making more
for
sense.
sure.
Are you also going around asking for vaccine papers?
Damn it! Damn it!
Do they have the papers?
But if you don't if you aren't vaccinated, you should really wash up and just come over here because there's showers and
Yeah. Is your favorite number 9?
9. No.
Come on over. The oven's already open.
Oh, the oven's on.
No,
the showers are running.
Prove that. I am from German descent on my dad's side, but that doesn't mean we're
Anyone who says they're German descent and goes, it doesn't mean that. That means they've definitely researched it and some sketchy shit's come up and they're like, well, I mean, they weren't like, you know.
You know what? I think they were just misunderstood.
It wasn't Goebbels. I mean, fuck.
They were misunderstood.
My grandfather drove the train. He didn't do anything else.
How about this? It was for the greater good.
The greater good.
Y'all
are all your
part
sons blonde hair, blue eyes?
We
just guys the hair. What'd you say? Nothing.
We have one blonde-haired one and one blue-eyed one. Does that count?
Oh, and then the third one, you're like, come on, this should be both at the same time.
No, he's my Mick, my straight up Mick.
Hmm. My mom was adopted. My dad left. I have no idea what the fuck I am. I could be Jewish. I could be of whatever descent. My nose is kind of big, so I think I'm Jewish.
Have you tried the 24 and more blood tests?
No.
24 and more. What about the 20? What about
Yeah, like if you had Down
you?
syndrome.
What
Like
about
Dr. Pepper,
22 and
23
you?
flavors?
Yeah, 22 and you. You're
no, I
missing a
have
chromosome.
There's 48 in me. No, I haven't.
It's
Sorry, just to laugh at that joke. No, I haven't tried any of that stuff because fuck the government or whatever. Pretty low profile. No, I just haven't. No, that shit's fucking expensive. I don't fucking have money for that. Like $100. Are you crazy?
Hey,
Well,
just keep your bank account under 600, and that way the government can't track
But
it.
you're absolutely right. Like, if you're not going to even do the vaccine and like the whole blood thing and stuff, you can't give someone your blood or your DNA because then you're just asking for it. Then they have all your information.
I'm gonna fill a tube. It's gonna come out red, white, and blue, and they're gonna say, "Oh, he's obviously of patriotic descent." So it doesn't matter. I'm probably George Washington's great something.
Look, we're all nuts. Who cares? Like
Exactly.
JD, like when JD found out he was
I'm half Irish and half every other ethnicity
literally
ever.
everything else. He found out he was part black.
Yeah, I've got black ancestry. I've got French. I've got Canadian.
Scottish.
Oh,
I mean, Native American. I'm like, I am.
She's
relatives
Native
were in
American.
a
I am the melting pot. Yeah, I am the melting pot.
This is what we're all gonna look like someday.
You're welcome.
That'd be a good name for like a gay porno.
glory.
Oh, someday all this can be yours.
We've got everything and definitely probably a Nazi descent. That's cool. That's really awesome that you guys.
We can't prove we're Nazis.
It's gonna come out and it's gonna blow your mind. You're gonna not see it coming.
Aha! I'm not gonna not see it coming.
Well, with that being said,
On a Nazi joke?
Yes,
You're gonna
yes,
end it on a Nazi
joke.
Motherfucker.
thank you all
Don't
for
put him in
tuning
charge of the
in.
board.
We've got to start calling it a night. We're sitting here almost an hour 40 into this. It ran really long. We were just having a really good time. For those of you that made it to the end, thank you for watching it all the way through and dealing with this well choreographed shit show.
There's no choreograph.
Yeah, it's not choreographed at all. Thank you again to all of our sponsors, especially 5x5 Brewing. Hunter, thank you very much for coming on. It was a fucking blast. I had no clue what to expect. We really had never communicated at all.
Yeah,
So
thanks for having me on. I'm not racist, by the way, so just so you guys know.
Yeah, only a true racist would keep saying he's not racist. I'm just saying.
That's right.
What's the stereotype? I'm not racist. I got black friends because everybody loves to say that.
No, you can't say that anymore.
I listen to rap music. I turn it down when I'm in a neighborhood.
So those of you that are watching this, as a reminder, this was pre-recorded. We apologize. Work schedule just made it to where we can't do it live.
But we love y'all, and
we're going to be going back in the comments later on, so make sure that you do comment. Make sure you invite all your friends to go see us at Southpaw Social Barstool Facebook page. And I had to burp. I'm sorry. And with that, we are out. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Same
Remember
drunk
to take
time,
your showers.
Same drunk place.
Good night, all.